Hi, we are going to work on French articles right now, and I'm going to help you figure out when to use un, une, des, le, la, les, and those partitive articles like du, de la, and de l'apostrophe. So to start off, we have three categories of articles. We have definite articles, indefinite articles, and partitive articles. What are they? Definite articles are le, la, les, and remember if it's singular and it starts with a vowel or H, you have L apostrophe. Indefinite articles, un, une, des. Partitive articles, du, de, L apostrophe, so de le, de la, and de L apostrophe. Fair enough, but what do they mean? Le, la, les means the. Un, une, des mean a, an, or some. Un, une mean a or an. Des means some. Partitive articles all mean some. Du, de la. It means some. So what's the difference between this some and this some? Ah, that's actually pretty easy to explain. We use an indefinite article, a and some. We use the des here if it's something that's countable, like peanuts. But we use du or de la to mean some if it's something that we cannot count, like stew or peanut butter, mashed potatoes, let's see, tomato soup. Those are things you cannot count. Oatmeal, porridge, grits, you can't count those. But croissants, muffins, you can count those. So when do we use a definite article? Remember, definite articles mean the. So we're going to zoom in here a little bit and talk about when we use definite articles. Definite articles mean the or nothing at all. You use definite articles with verbs of preference like aimer, adorer, détester, préférer, n'aime pas, so love, like, hate, prefer. You use a definite article along with a verb of preference. And you use a definite article to talk about an entire category. For example, fruit is healthy. Les fruits sont sains. In English, remember how up here I said no word. In English, we don't say the fruit is healthy. No, we say fruit is healthy. In French, we have to use an article. Meat is expensive. La viande est chère. Okay, it's moving right along. So we figured out when we use a definite article. Now let's zoom in on when we use an indefinite article. An indefinite article, so un, une, or des, it means a, an, or some. And remember that some is countable. Okay, like hamburgers or French fries or croissants or muffins or chicken wings. So here's some examples. J'ai une voiture. I have a car. Tu as un frère. You have a brother. Nous voulons un chien. We want a dog. Tu veux des carottes? Do you want some carrots? J'ai des crayons. I have some pencils. Je prépare des crêpes. I am making crepes. Okay, fair enough. Sounds good, right? So now, when do we use partitive articles? So let's zoom in on that right now. When do we use a partitive article? Now remember, partitive articles always mean some, but that some is not countable. It refers to an unspecified amount. So, je prends du chocolat, it means I take some chocolate or I have some chocolate. Tu prends de la purée, you have some mashed potatoes. La purée, yes, technically it means puree, but it really means pureed potatoes. It only means pureed potatoes. If you say la purée, it means mashed potatoes, okay? Tu veux de la viande? Tu veux de la viande? Do you want some meat? Okay, it means some, but it's not countable. You don't count meat. You can count sides of beef or chicken livers, or let's think of something else that's really gross. Lamb's tongues, you can count those things, but meat as a category, It's not countable. All right? Tu veux de la viande? Do you want some meat? Now, I just misused the word category. Remember, we use definite articles to refer to a whole entire category. Like, la viande est chère. Meat is expensive. But compare that with tu veux de la viande? Do you want some meat? Here we are not talking about the whole entire category. Okay, let's keep moving. So, the real I don't see why we've repeated this page. Here's the real question. What happens in a negative construction? Now, going way back when you first started learning French, you learned that, well, with a definite article like le, la, les, in a negative construction, there is no change. So you say j'aime les fruits, and how do you say that in the negative? J'aime la viande, if you want to turn that sentence into something negative. What changes? What does it look like? Je regarde la télé. Let's see. We've just remembered that there is no change, so let's see what it looks like when there's no change. J'aime les fruits. Oops. J'aime les fruits. Je n'aime pas les fruits. No change, except for the ne and the pas. J'aime la viande. Je n'aime pas la viande. Je regarde la télé. Je ne regarde... Oh, come on. Oh, come on, give up now. Just give up. Je ne regarde pas la télé. Great. So now let's talk about what happens with indefinite articles in a negative construction. Well, you learned this back in chapter 3. With un, une, and des, they become just plain old de, or d apostrophe, in the negative. Remember, we would use a d apostrophe before a word that starts with a vowel or h. So let's see what that looks like. For example, we have, I'm going to zoom in on this. Sorry. We have, j'ai un livre. Whoops. I gave you the answers already, so we don't need these lines here. You already have the answers now. J'ai un livre. Je n'ai pas de livre. Do you see that un became de in the negative construction? Nous avons un chat. Nous n'avons pas de chat. So that un became de. All right, so now let's see. What about with the partitive articles? What happens with the partitive articles? They also become de or d apostrophe in a negative construction. Okay, so elle prend de la soupe. That de la is going to become de. J'achète du poulet. That du is going to become de. This de L apostrophe is going to become de. And this du is going to become de. Let's see what it looks like. Elle prend de la soupe. Elle ne prend pas de soupe. J'achète du poulet. Je n'achète pas de poulet. Tu prends de l'eau. Tu ne prends pas d'eau. Je veux du chocolat. Je ne veux pas de chocolat. And guess what? That is the end. So thank you very much. I hope that helped you learn how to use articles in French.